Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Well-Appointed Desk. Today, I am bringing you an apology video. I promised to do a part 2 of my December planner setup video, and I recorded it on Friday, and Mercury was retrograde. It still is, just for the record, and everything that I was doing ended up being ever so slightly out of frame. So there was absolutely no way to save that video, to make it even the least bit useful for you all. So what I ended up deciding I was going to do after crying in my tea for a while was I was just going to show you my final pages laid out, because obviously I did a plan with me, so I did all the pages, so it's not like I can undo them. So what I'm going to show you is, people always joke about having the house purse, the house tote. So I'm going to show you my house tote, and in the process then also flip through my plan, my journal planner. I have been a little under the weather for the last couple of days, so I have definitely been taking advantage of the house purse, house tote. So this is a delightful platinum branded, it's got, look at the little platinum nibs, bag. I think this came from, it says Old Resta, OLDRESTA. I believe my friend got this for me when she went to Japan because it had nibs on it and she knew I would get a kick out of it. And it is the perfect little tote for bopping around the house. I've taken it out. I used to use it when I worked outside of the house as my lunch tote. And now I just take it back and forth from my studio to the living room or the bedroom. And I know it seems weird to have like a tote bag, but I have to have a way to carry around my emotional support notebooks. And oftentimes I also have my e-reader and, whatever else, mail, that kind of thing in here. So it just makes it really easy to just have something to, instead of having to make 3 trips because I can't carry it all at once. So anyway, I'm going to go through this really quick just for entertainment's sake. And I hope that this will make it up to you for totally snafuing the plan with me. So what's in here is, of course, my little Philosopher's Guild alchemy bag that I keep all of my non-fountain pens in for my monthly setup. So it's whatever colors I'm using that month, plus a pair of scissors, and they are these ridiculously sharp, sort of pseudo Victorian scissors that I got when I was working at Victorian Trading Company. I'm pretty sure we sold these in a set when I was working there, but Victorian Trading Company is no longer in business. So I'm sure we bought them from somebody in China when I was working there. So you could probably find something similar if you look around for Victorian style embroidery scissors or whatever. They are wicked sharp, like 100% worth whatever I didn't pay for them. Classic glue stick. Lately I've just been using the Elmer's, and I buy them in the giant 12 pack. And there's just there's like a clear stamp, like I have this teeny tiny little clear stamp block that I got at some point, and a Sticky Club clear stamp that's just jammed in here. There's always business cards because I never have them when I need them. And then my ribbon tied collection of washi tape for this month, more than any one human ever would need. So that goes with me. Mostly I use the pens, mostly brush pens, just to do the dates. So, okay, what else is in here? So my ebook reader is not in here because it is on the kitchen table because I was reading over lunch. So first things first is I have a new Weeks this is the first time I've ever used a Hobonichi Weeks, so I was really excited to get it. This is the Mega, because I wanted to have the pages in the back, because my plan for 2025 is to use the section in the back as a like book journal, book planner kind of thing, and just keep track of the books that I'm reading. So kind of either a page, like one page for each book that I'm reading, or that kind of thing. Leave an open page to be like, these are the books I read, started, finished, that kind of thing. And then, you know, a short review of each one kind of thing. I know that there's lots of software out there, and I have bounced back and forth between like 40,000 different pieces of software. Do I stay on Goodreads? Do I switch to Storygraph? And I haven't committed to anything in particular, but I thought it would just be nice to have a written, so that then I'm not necessarily in a situation where I have to go find my phone or a computer to look up the book that I read last month or 3 months ago or whatever, because I do tend to read a lot of books. So anyway, that's what I'm planning to do with the Mega. I did have second thoughts about like, did I end up getting one that was just going to be like too thick and bulky? But we'll see. So the nice thing with this is that I could start it in December, and I am using the planner portion of this specifically for work planning. And so this is probably the closest thing I have to an actual planner. And I'm just, you know, events that I need to do, stuff that I need to plan. This is very much like how the sausage gets made, reminding myself when I need to do blog posts, edit videos, record podcasts, etc., etc. So for every other person, this is when you have staff meetings, when your project is due, when you need to like touch base about a project. Since I am a solo entrepreneur, I have to report to myself, and I just needed to start keeping a better track of that. So like this week, we've started Inkmas, so I just needed to track what reviews I was doing on what days and that kind of thing. And then this is stuff I need to order, stuff I need to photograph, that kind of thing. So again, it ends up feeling very much like listening to someone talk about how the sausage gets made, and I apologize about that. But, you know, other people would use this for the tasks that they have to do at their day job. And it was an excuse to use more of my stickers and my washi tape. So I was happy about that. So I did cover mine with this cover on cover that has little mittens and a ball of yarn, and it's very sort of Norwegian or Nordic feeling, and it's perfect over the lime green. So I'm very happy about that. So this goes with me back and forth, and it gives me a place to, like, when I think of, oh my gosh, I have to do this thing, I can just write it down. And right now it's the Jinhao 82, which is my green pen for this month. And I talked about that more in my Plan With Me, the video version 1. There will be no version 2. I apologize. I'm sorry. So the next thing is my, this is my 3-pen case from Galen Leather. I have had this for probably going on 5 years, maybe 6, maybe 7. I have never cleaned it, conditioned the leather, anything like that. It has ink stains all over it. It was probably very early in Galen Leather, like sending things to bloggers and stuff like that. And I absolutely fell in love with this case and have used it ever since. It is so abused. I think this year I will do some leather conditioning on it, because it is starting to get a few little just like cracks and things along here. And I just like to see if I can, you know, make it last forever. These zippers are fantastic. This is not an advertisement for it, but like, trust me, like I have had this for going on at least 5 years. Maybe more like 6 or 7. Like I have had this for a really long time, and it still works beautifully. That's kind of ASMR. I think it's cool. So anyway, it is the 3-pen case, and there is always more than 3 pens in here. Maybe, this time there's only 3. Would you believe it? So, normally I have smaller pens like slotted in the side. So there's usually 5, and it closes up perfectly. So you could easily put like a gel pen or a ballpoint, something that wouldn't be heartbroken if it fell out. These Hokuro Sailor Hokuro dip pens would be perfect to slide down the side because the tips go inside. So if they were to fall out on the floor, no harm, no foul. So if you wanted to add something like that, this here is actually a dip pen as well that I keep in here. I used to keep an like an air tag in here. I think at the time it was a tile that I kept in here, just in case, because I was carrying around some of my most favorite pens. But I stopped using tile and I have not moved an air tag in here yet, but I might do that at some point. I know that Galen Leather is making new cases that do actually include a pocket for an air tag, which I think is amazing, and like might definitely consider getting one of those. So this is an old vintage. So I think on one side is a dip. Let's see. Yeah, so this is a dip. So this gets pulled out and flipped around. And the other side is a pencil. So I think, yeah, it's just a twist pencil. But I freaking love these. This is the kind of thing that I look for at pen shows, are these old dip pen, what do they call them? They don't call them retractable. They're like, I forget, but there's a name for like these kind of, travel, this was what people would have used before fountain pens became reasonably priced, or before fountain pens really existed, for travel. So they would be able to take their dip pen with them and a small bottle of ink. And they'd have a pencil on one side. They had their pen on the other. It's genius. So anyway, this is what's in this case. And so these are my fountain pens that I'm using each month. So that's what's in here. And more ink stains. I'm not a very tidy person, clearly. So this has been the book journal that I've been using kind of since maybe like September, October. I'm a little embarrassed to show you because it's kind of messy and half-baked, but I just wanted to try doing something where I put in like I got a color printer that I use for business, but I wanted to use it to put like the book covers in to help me remember what I have read. So I was just sticking the covers in, but I really want to make a stamp for like the sort of key information, the title, books, the date started, the date's finished, little star rating thing. So it helped me to sort of set goals for new products to design, which again, I feel a little bit like, how the sausage is made. But anyway, and this is just one of the little mini Midori, I think it's the B6 Slim. So the nice thing about this, and in the back of it, I just have lists of books to read, books I didn't finish, just keeping track. But yeah, this is a B6 Slim. So I had tucked it into the back of my planner so that it was easy to access. But this whole thing was getting like really chunky, so I took it out. But I will probably slide it back in because there's an elastic back here. So, but yeah, so it's not terrible. But anyway, and then the last thing that's in my little travel purse is my infamous planner journal thing. The cover was created, I think it says on the back, Bassie & Co. I got it on Etsy. They are no longer in business, but there are lots of other leather crafters on Etsy if you want to find someone who will make you a custom cover. This one, basically the customization was you got to pick which sides you wanted, what leather color you wanted, and then you could pick your stitch color. And then the pockets were built in, like it was by default, it had these pockets. And then it has the little secretary pocket in the back. And there's just crud everywhere. I apologize. So anyway, let's get to talking about the rest of my December. So I have not been very good this month. I was not feeling well earlier, so I have not put in a lot of stuff, but we will just jump ahead and I will just let you see my page layouts. So this was the 6th and the 7th, and I added in this little sticker from the sticky advent calendar set. It was like, it did actually kind of coordinate with this one. A lot of them did not, so I have not stuck them in. But yeah, I'm falling behind. So I have not, I will backdate and put in like what I did over the weekend. And yesterday I was very, very much under the weather. So there will not be much to say here other than all of the medication I took to try to recover. So today is Tuesday, so I'm not too far behind. I'm like 3 days. It's not terrible. So here I added sort of some of my cutie stickers, and kind of kept with the formula of keeping it really, really simple. Just 3 elements, a piece of washi tape, a sticker, and then a date dot. And these are from my new date dot set. So, you know, and I talked about this before, but I make a point of, one, trying to break up the space so that I could use this little space here for some information. I can use this as a column. This is a section, and just helps to break it up so it doesn't just feel like a big page of text, or I feel like I have to try to figure something out. And by placing the stickers in different spots, I'm not creating bulk in any one particular spot in the planner. So like if I put everything in the top right and left hand corners, they'd be, you know, super chunky. So by moving things around and kind of free floating them, that helps. And I do like kind of knocking them off the page a little bit, like having something bleed off the edge so it feels like it's anchored to the page. So let's see. So just playing around with different colors, and some are more natural elements. And these were all the stickers from mostly stickers out of, what is that set called? It's from Peter Popper. It's their Christmas sticker book. And there's links in the original post, and I'll make sure to put a link in the description for the original post, which has links to all the products, including date dots. So yeah. So, and then here I started using, for Christmas Day, I used the Santa Land stickers from my collection here, for the 24th and the 25th, because it seemed appropriate to have Santa right there. And then these were some of the other elements from the Santa Land collection. And then these are from some of the, I think these are the holiday florals or the winter florals collection. And then, what is the other collection called? One of the other winter sticker collections that I did. So some sweet, cute, but yeah, so again, I knew that towards the end of the year, I'm probably going to do some more detailed, like, goal setting. So I left myself a little bit more space. But yeah, so this is what I ended up doing. I apologize that you guys did not get the full walkthrough, but you would not have been happy because most of it was like this. And you couldn't see anything anyway. So, yeah, bad. It was way bad. So anyway, I hope that this is a fair substitute for it. I will start putting in more dates. I'll pack all this back into my my house purse, my house tote, and motor myself out to the couch, where I have like a little workstation, and I will sit down and start doing some more planning, journaling stuff. So anyway, thank you so much for watching this ridiculous video. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had a cup of tea with you as well. And I hope to talk to you again soon. Be sure to do all the things that YouTube loves. Like, subscribe, click the bell for notifications, leave a comment and let me know what you'd like to see more of or less of. You can leave me happy comments. If you leave me really mean comments, I'll delete them. But anyway, thanks again for watching. You've all been a delight, and I look forward to talking to you again soon. Bye.